loyal fans who actually clicked on this video. I'm Mat4yo, and today I'm going to be chiseling you. That's right, I have requested that a lot of you send in your own raps or rap battles for me to briefly chisel, and I have a list of a lot of rap battles that I'm going to react to live and discuss my thoughts about. Quick note before I begin, I'm wearing this extremely tight Squirtle shirt for a user named Z0PSI, because he thinks that my taste in Charizard is flawed. But in reality, there is a Squirtle on this poster, and Squirtle is the headline of the battle text. Squirtle is also up here next to not Charmander, but Bulbasaur, except he ain't got anything on my Hoenn starters though. Has nothing on my Hoenn starters. Anywho, I make these videos for you. I don't make them just for me, I make them for you. And I feel like content creators should participate in this kind of interaction with their audiences, because what are you without them? I've tried desperately to reply to almost all of your comments. If I only thumbs up your comment, it's mostly because of either A, you just said nice job and I don't want to be repetitive and just say thanks to everyone, because then you won't really feel special, or two, you don't have replying enabled, and what you need to do is link your Google Plus account with your YouTube account in order to enable replying. At first it was a sort of thing where I said, oh, this will be easy, and kind of like when you make a commitment to walk on a treadmill for an hour, but then you continue to raise the speed and raise the incline on the treadmill, and you just keep going up, and it's like, it's getting harder, but I'm still doing it. I just have a list of links right here. I don't want to make fun of anyone, but I'm going to give you my critical analysis. And by sending me your links, you not only allow me to do that, but you also allow me to use your video in this video. So please just accept the constructive criticism for what it is. I love you all for being in my audience. Don't think anything less if I have something negative to say about your battle. Nintendo versus Sega, badly made rap battles. So, I mean, from the start, you're telling me it's bad.
This Nintendo thorn in the game. Who are you? Just some blooper who is achieving fame. You really think you win an impossible feat? Raps are like NES games that can't be beat.
I believe you sent this to my Get Chiseled a while ago. Okay, achieving fame is a compliment. You don't want to say that, okay? And you're proposing a lot of filler here when you say, like, you'll think that you'll win? That's an impossible feat. Like, you obviously came up with the second line first and needed something to put in front of it. And you need to form connections between the two franchises. You can't just say, I'm better than you because my name is longer. You need to analyze that Nintendo and Sega are rivals. Sega and Nintendo exist separately, but work for the same goals, and one achieves more than the other in several different areas. You need to see where Mario and Sonic are different, why Sonic was created in regards to Mario, and which directions their franchises took. Next up, we have Vampires vs. Vampire Hunters by Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, Dragon Rap Battles Season 2 finale. Today we got the supernatural, we got vampires versus Van Helsing, the OG vampire hunter from Transylvania, bringing in Blade.
Is there really no instrumental?
Buffy and Simon from Castlevania. This castle. Round 1. Van Helsing versus Nosferatu. When it comes to rap battles, you need some enlightenment from a shadow puppet master who makes a staircase frightening.
Alright, something I'm noticing here is that you want to basically do the format of epic rap battles of history, but you don't want to just say it. So you're doing that, but you're like taking so long, and you're just like coming up with all other words that aren't epic rap battles of history to say. And they will begin right after this introduction. Now that the introduction has concluded, they will now begin rapping. Let round 1 commence. It's accent you're doing here. I see that there's potential here, but I'm also hearing insecurity in your voice, that you're like losing it in some places. You need to get up with that microphone, know what you're doing, and say, "For my shadow puppet master who makes a staircase frightening." You need to fully control your accent. You need to know exactly how you're going to say it. When it comes to rap battles, you need some enlightening. You need to
Rap battles, you need some enlightening.
You're entering your normal voice at certain weak parts of the accent, and you need to focus on controlling that better. But I see that this has some, decent flow. That instrumental, whatever it is, needs to come out of the shadow and be more prevalent in the rap. Next is Jason Voorhees versus the Zodiac Killer. This is T-Main. What's up, man? You're a follower from Twitter. Oh. I recognize this beat.
This is the Zodiac speaking. Prepare to feel my raps attack. You look like E.T.'s portion. Sky on a cloudy night, so try and take me with your knife. I'll pull the trigger, end your life.
Leave this battle now before I give you another scar. If they made a movie about you, it fell short of 2 stars. You have a mere 5 kills to your name. See me melee, my victors rack up points in our multiplayer game.
Those 5 kills weren't alone. I'm the king of mystery. I've got a history where nothing's set in stone. This will end your soccer. Prepare to...
Nice try, Zodiac, but let's try to be sensible. It's been tried 7 times, you can't kill me, I'm invincible.
So for the first rap battle you ever made, that was remarkably better than most of what I see. And I commend you for that. It's cool how like you reveal the Zodiac Killer and you don't just say rap battle and then, you know, promoting a scenario, and that's something that's really good. Same thing with the last rap battle that I analyzed. You need to be more confident in your voice. Like, you can't just, like, think that you know how to do the voice. You need to know. So when you say,
But Jason, that's a shame.
that word Jason, like, it's obviously just, like, forced in there. You need to craft where that fits in there. Both of the voices were a little insecure. You need to be like, your only fame comes from the big screen. I'm not joshing around. You're like, your only fame comes from the big screen. You're not joshing around. There's remnants of your actual voice in there, and they need to escape, and they need to enter a deeper form of something that you're more confident with. And same thing for the other one. I'm racking up points in a multiplayer game. Like, if you channel that character and really get into it and really believe that you are the person, you can enter a state of what feels audibly like you are that person. You will get there, and this is very good for a first rap battle. With this right here, you have instances where the lines are overrunning and you have too many words for the line and you wind up dragging it out past the point in the rhyme where it should be emphasized, and then you drag it out more and then you end the line.
To your name, see me melee, my victors rack up points in our multiplayer game.
Those 5 kills weren't alone. I'm the king of mystery. I've got a history where nothing's set in stone.
And you need to find the part where the first line rhymes and then make the second line rhyme in unison, parallel to that rhyme that you have there. You can't let it run over like that. Epic rap battle of environmental science.
Epic rap battle of environmental science! Water versus soul! Begin!
When I form in the clouds, it's called condensation. When I drop on your head, that's precipitation. Liquid, gas, or solid, I don't care. All I know is I've got more knowledge. When you fall on me, you just percolate, son. Whether you're freshwater or rewater, I don't care where you come from. I bet you had no idea. Now an estuary is when a river and an ocean meet, but when you mix it close to solid rock, you get concrete.
There was a lot of times in here where you just like couldn't get the words out and just like rushed it just to fit, and that's a good example of writing for the words instead of writing for the battle. You can't just create the ideas on the table and say we're going to shove them into this instrumental. You need to craft them to fit with the beat, and there needs to be a specific flow that you create for the character. Also, I had no idea that concrete showed up unless I was reading the lyrics. Like for a school project, like really funny, and like it's, you know, there's nothing to criticize about that when you're like making it funny to call soil an epic fail by water just to show your classmates that it's funny. And, you know, I don't say anything about that, but considering this a work of art, there was a lot of that information where you say you're an epic fail, or I've got more knowledge, I don't care, like just irrelevant things that are just shoved in to keep up space, called filler lines. Other than that, this is a pretty fun idea, and I'm sure it worked out very well as a science project. Neil Armstrong vs. Buzz Aldrin, SneakerCountry8 Rap Battles. Like, everything is epic rap battles of something, or this person's rap battles, and you all follow the same structure. I really think that for the sake of this being content in its own right, all of you should stay away from specifically parodying epic rap battles of history. Now, epic rap battle parodies is known for that and built a foundation off of it, so they're obviously not going to change. All of these little derivations of epic rap battles of history should be unique, and by creating them like this, they're not being unique. But let's watch this.
Country8 Rap Battles!
Alright, you need to, that's way overmodulated.
Country8 Rap Battles! Punch! Aldrin! SS! Neil Armstrong! Begin! The first on the moon, you're an old roommate, but fun to just another wannabe. This battle will end soon. Rappers, I'm the one who repeats. Can I join this? No. Back to you, Buzz. No, it's my turn. No, it's not. You need to learn. Learn what? You all need to come together and form a stack squad. Can I be in it? No. Who won?
What?
Who's next?
What? The flow was actually surprisingly decent. Like, you weren't like running over things and like holding things out just to fit. Like, it actually kind of worked. More confidence in rapping, different microphone. I don't care if you use potato, but there's just like, just lines don't fit. Like that Beethoven, just weird. I don't know. Next on the chopping block, The Land Before Time versus We're Back, a dinosaur story. Just taking too long to start.
Epic Rap Battle!
Yeah, that mic's overmodulated too.
Ranger's quarters when the kid fell out of spite in the winter. You irresponsible kids ever, you disowned your own friends. Why don't you go back to your valley and think of some better lines? Because I doubt you will win when Ducky, you've almost died 2 minutes. You find that we will win this battle by a landslide. Just by looking in your eyes, we can tell that you're nervous. You guys are just freaks, that's why you sold yourself to the surf. How can you talk about dying when best you almost did in the first 10 minutes? No one cares about you guys. You and your series are fit.
These lines are taking like a conversational approach, or like, Rex, like when you have so many people in one place, you need to create a precedent for who's rapping against who. You can't just have it be a mosh pit where most of the lyrics are being occupied by saying someone's name so that we know that you're talking to them. You're like, Rex, how can you talk about dying 8 times when you died 10 times in the first part of the movie? Like, that's not rap. That's like a literal fight, like conversation. So you need to mold that into a form of art where it's like, you're not repeating what they say, but we know that you're talking about that instance. You need to find a middle point there and create that. Otherwise, the lines are too long for the rap. You need to consolidate them and fit, because sometimes you're going too fast and sometimes you're holding out like the word the just to fit the rest of the words in there. You need to find that point where the lines are gonna fit. And also, I can tell that you're all the same person. So if you try maybe to be versatile in your voice, it'll be easier to decipher who's rapping at who, and it'll make it a more creative and enjoyable experience overall. Just work on that, you know, like, I don't want you to think that I'm being mean to you. I'm just telling you what you need to work on. And you know, Chisel This, a series like this has the opportunity to give direct advice to people. And that's something that's unique. So I want you to be able to learn from this experience and take that advice and create something better out of it.
Time to watch the video. What?
They call me syndrome, but I'm more of a disease to be exact. I never play your game, it is skip.
The mic needs to be fixed.
Splendor, I hit you so hard the last single season cover that. Sonic.Exe, I'm strong, pathetic. Oh my god. In this battle, I'm bigger than Gordon Ramsay, while you're just a steroid and do stop. Did you just...
Yeah, like, you're writing the verse and then you like go through it in one take and you don't realize that there's a flow to be had and running over, and at that point you need to realize it and stop and go back and do these in different takes. And you'll see the structure of line by line, and it all fits. You need to find a way to make this fit.
Epic rap battles of Reeves, rap battle beats.
See, this is taking 15 seconds to start. That's not good.
Wanna step in a battle, I'll make you feel true. I've been in games since beta, you're a 1-point failure. Showing no mercy is battle, so don't expect to save you. I'm busy sniping players, you stick to bar in hell.
The flow wasn't bad. You need a pop filter. Every time you say P or B, it sounds like someone's taking a brown paper bag and just smashing it. It's not good for anything. It renders content unwatchable. And no matter how good it is, that will put the largest dent in anything. So that is my biggest recommendation for you.
Celebrity rap battles. George Washington Carver, versus Milton Hershey. Begin.
I'm coming out my chocolate factory, the car was failure. Sorry, George, but it looks like a pretty limited flavor.
To you, jealous of my legacy, but it's not your reputation was ruined when you came up with chocolate and sea salt.
Every time your name is mentioned, people think of the president, not you.
That's a pile of soybeans. But your chocolate's mistaken. I make no cross for a living, but your kind belongs in a chicken crate. Relevant cut from Mitty, throw her out the door. Well, ain't you a sham? Who won?
This has the potential to be cool. Backup vocals are completely off. You need to line them up. If I'm talking and I have backup vocals behind me, it just sounds like a bunch of crazy stuff. Lines ran over way too long. Editing was kind of cool. I liked how it's fast-paced, but like, you know, the quality is just something you can't control unless you invest more money in it. And I'm not gonna say anything about that because it's obviously not like a lack of talent or lack of choice. It's just a lack of privilege.
Epic or rap battles! Kim Possible versus Numbah. Begin! This is hard to comprehend, so let me rerun the sitch. They put me up against a stone cold teenage bitch. I'm ruthless like Rufus, it is ideal if you should go. This heroine's on heroin, messing with numero uno.
You're really bugging me.
Must be real tiring when I've got nerves doing all the work. I rock this turtleneck, you dress like a slutty clown. That's enough, it's time to put this puppy dog down.
I'm extremely athletic, you're extremely pathetic. You regret stepping into my incredible genetics. I swam the English Channel, mastering Spanish Kung Fu. My setup skills make number one look like a number two.
Who won?
Alright, that was good, Fel. Your voice for number one was like perfect. Like, I know it's just the way you rap, but like it was perfect. Like, it fits so well. And Kim was really good too. I'm seeing lines though that are like, I swam the English Channel, mastered Mantis Kung Fu, and then you don't follow that up with any diss. So you literally just said something that Kim did, and that's it. When you're in a rap battle, it's important to acknowledge yourself being better than the other, not just saying things that you did. A lot of the lyrics are really good and the editing fit perfectly with the beats, how you zoomed in and like turned it a little bit. Like, that was really good. Zach in a dress shirt and karate pants. This is what I was supposed to be in, right?
Camera, action. Your crow can't hide one thing that's apparent. You were orphaned so you wouldn't have to disappoint your parents. I'm wrong. It seems the boy who lived won't be living much longer. You think a Jedi in a bathrobe could put me in my place? With a switch and a flick, you'll disappear without a trace. With my fist, like my hand was your sister. Don't even try to run, you know I'm the chosen one. You see, 3PO's less cheap than double doors. I'm coming at you with a millennium long dick. What a dull war. Glory hug. You Botane should just go and Hermione Granger. Cause scramble and thing you can do. With those lines, it's no wonder that your dad disowned you. Not so raw. Who had the lead role? Movie rap.
Who would you like to see coming up next in the next one? Who do you aspire stole the victory? It is your ability to make that assumption on your own depending on personal preference. Movie rap battles. This was really good. I really like your indirect lines here. The only part I didn't like is like the whole second verse for Luke was just like puns about their names. And like, while that's cool, you lost all creativity you had in the beginning when you're just shoving in forced references to these people that don't pertain to anything. And I feel like if this was storyboarded a little better, this would have been cooler, because like all you did was tell people to just do a certain amount of shots. There was a little bit more potential to storyboard. Other than that, really cool. Why didn't Jacob play Harry?
Epic Keeperaction Rap Battles!
What is a keeper reaction?
Kit Kat
Nice
versus
costume.
God Pilgrim!
Girl has so many exes, she's like a purple Taylor Swift. It's my finest hour to beat this her nice. So in with the strife, put it into your precious little life. Use for your 3
Strife, creative.
You're not a big daddy, I'll make you fame and lock you in a cage. Prove that anyone can be a hero if they have shitty cosplay. You failed more than how your missions did. Ooh!
Who won? Who's next?
This was pretty good quality overall. Like the costume was really good. I like the editing, but what I didn't like about it is that you had to cut corners in some places because Scott Pilgrim's body actor didn't know the lyrics and was not lip syncing them correctly. And that's a setback. You can't have that. You absolutely can't have that. You're gonna put this much time into a battle, you need to make sure it's done to the utmost ability, and not remembering lyrics is a setback that you don't need to have. lack of camera quality or audio fidelity or like skill even is something that you really can't control, but lip syncing is like basically something that's handed to you to be good, and you can't screw that up. Kevin Krust versus Kevin Krust in a beanie. Begin!
If you're a rap god, if I'm a non-believer. Who's next? Yo, the side. Upper chicka rap.
Kevin, I love that line. I love that line. Very good flow. You definitely knew what you were doing with the flow. This is an embodiment of Eminem the person, not the style. I've seen so many people use Eminem, and no one has crafted his style. A lot of lines could be drawn the way Eminem would draw them. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more stuff coming from you. A lot more quality material, Kevin. I don't know. So this was something that I owed you guys for being in my audience. I thank you so much for being loyal fans to the Chisel This series. Stay tuned for more Chisel This episodes about epic rap battles of history, more Chisel This episodes about other content, and more original raps, especially for my album that's coming out. 11 tracks. 11 tracks that you will be able to purchase and download. So please stay tuned for that. I'm Mat4yo, and you just got chiseled.